too sweet for you people. Alright, what's up everybody? It is I, your troubled god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Wednesday evening video, and it's Wednesday night, and you know what that means? We got Dynamite! Winter is coming! Well, not like that, but, but AEW Winter is coming up in about an hour from now. Should be a great show. Week 3 of the Continental Classic. We also got a tag team match with the Bastard Pac and who's I think it was is he teaming up with Mox? I forgot who he's teaming up with. I think it's maybe William Utah. Yeah, I think it's William Utah and the Bastard Pac taking on the Switchblade. Play with Switchblade. Jay White and Freshly Squeezed Orange Juice. Orange Cassidy and a tag team match player. We got Claudio Castagnoli, the Swiss Superman, taking on Will Oceansway. Reach for the sky, whoa! Bam! That's going to be great in the Continental Classic. Continental Breakfast of Champions Classic. We got that match coming up tonight. And we also got Adam Cole! Baby! Taking on, well, his former best friend. And that's Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts. And the winner of that match goes on to face Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, MJF, for the Dynamite Diamond Ring at World's End 2 weeks from this Saturday. We'll see what happens with that. And I think tonight we also have for the AEW Women's Championship 2 hot pieces of ice fighting it out for my heart and the AEW Women's title. And that's my girl Mariah May defending against my fourth amazingly hot. She's so hot. She's smoking hot. My fourth amazingly hot Asian wife, Mina Shirakawa. And it could be some good shit. And we got that and a whole lot more tonight at Winter is Coming. And yes, my hair is all fucked up, but it is what it is. And that's pretty much it. So, can't wait for that tonight on Dynamite, and we might talk about that later. But we'll see what happens with that. But thank you all for watching right here on the Peter Joseph channel. I'm Peter Joseph, your tribal god of extreme. And you better acknowledge me. Put your ones up for the love of God. Put them in the chat. Put them in the chat. Well, there was no chat. Put them, if there was, you could do that. But put your ones up. Put them down below in the comment section. And acknowledge the prophecy, the greatest thing since sliced bread. And acknowledge me, your tribal god of extreme, the undefeated, undisputed, extreme heavyweight champion of the world. Nobody can come close to me, but it is what it is. And that's that. But I am a content creator, talk about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, whatever the fuck I want to talk about. You like it? Great! Hit that like button, stick that thumb straight up everybody else's ass, because that's where it belongs. And subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment if you wish. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can do that. But you leave stupid comments. Adios to you. You're blocked. You're going to get sent to the shadow realm where Satan will eat your soul. So don't do that. So you can leave a comment, but don't leave stupid comments. That's all I got to say about that. If you want to stay, you can stay. But if not, you're out of here. That's that. Follow me on social media as well. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that bell to on all notifications. So you don't miss the next one. But you miss anything, you missed a lot. And you're SOL. And you know what that means. If you don't know, look it up on Google or YouTube. Look it up, bitches. And that's it. That's it. And if you're brand new here for the very first time, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax. You grab this cold one, like that one, or whatever you got. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. And like I said, if you like the video, great. You don't, get out of here. Go to your dead channel and rot there. And that's all I gotta say about that. Try to do your own garbage. Try doing your own garbage video that don't get any hits. At least mine get hits. And real likes. Just saying. Because I'm way better than you will ever be. And that's pretty much it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this soggy, raining like cats and dogs, windy as fuck, Wednesday evening, getting close, well, I guess you can call it Wednesday night here in the Northeast and wherever you may be. It's Wednesday, December the 11th, 2024, 2 weeks away till Christmas and level 48. Can't wait for that. So we're counting down those days. We are 20 days away from the end of this year. So by the time, before you blink, it'll be 2025, ladies and gentlemen. And 2025 is going to be a lot of changes in America, on respective channels like mine. Lots of new stuff coming your way. But pretty much the same stuff, but a little bit more, a little bit extra for that ish, if you know what I mean, as we go into 2025. But so stay tuned, hit that bell on all my channels, and all that good stuff, so if you don't miss it. Because if you do, you're gonna be like, what happened? We missed it. Exactly. And that's that. Alright, so we got Dynamite coming up in about an hour from now. So we'll talk about that later. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Peter Joseph channel, it is time for your late and out of fucking date NXT review for last night, December the 10th, 2024. We are back live, my friends, back live at the Capitol Wrestling Center at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. All right. Back at home base for NXT for this week. Next week we'll be back on the road, back in the Northeast in Lowell, Massachusetts. That's Ring of Honor country. So, if you're going to NXT next week, have fun. And that's that. All right, back live in the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida, and our commentary team, as always. The man with the creepy jacket and lots of candy, Vic Joseph, and the man who smokes more fucking weed than you ever will, and that's the two-time Hall of Famer, the Kool-Aid Man himself, Booker T, sucker! Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah! Okay, calm down. McMahon is wild. But, alright, so we got Vic Joseph and Booker Z at ringside, and this is the aftermath of a pretty damn good Deadline pay-per-view where we have, well, don't have any new champions, but we have contenders for those titles. As well, we do have Trick Willie somehow, someway, retained the title against Ridge Holland. So he's going to be taking on the big man from Wakanda, who forever, Oba, Femi. So we're going to have a little tussle in the ring tonight with them. Well, not tonight, last night. Had a little thing with them and a certain guy named DJ Nightwolf. But we'll talk about him later. Also, we had Julia, my girl Julia, winning the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge match. And now she goes on to New Year's Evil, January the 7th, live from LA against Roxy. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. And also Fraxium, A-Kid, and Ben Frazier. I don't know how they did it, but they still are your reigning, defending tag team champions as they beat Miles, don't call him Ozzy Osbourne, and Tavion Heights of Catchpoint 3.1. And that's pretty much it for that. Do we have anything else? Iron Survivors, the world title. I'm missing, and the tag titles for, I'm missing. Oh, and Luna Faisese destroying Jada Parker in that NXT Underground match. And we'll see where those lovely ladies go on our road to New Year's Evil. Coming up in about 3 weeks from now. So as we start the new year, we've got the Netflix premiere on January the 6th with Roman and company. Oh, that's going to be fun. And there is a rumor going around that CM Puke is going to be taking on Seth freaking Rollins that night. Somebody's popping a big, huge rating in that one. Not Nielsen ratings, but, on Netflix. But we have that. So basically, 3 more Raws of the USA era, and then we're transitioning to Netflix. But you can still watch it on the computer without even having Netflix. For free! Like me. But it is what it is. You're a cheap bastard! But I'm a sexy bastard. But I digress. So we got that. And then NXT, the next night, will be live from LA. I don't know if the same arena, with the Intuit Dome, which used to be the Staples Center. So I don't know if they're going to be there or going to be in some other arena in LA for New Year's Evil. And then we got Dynamite January the 8th. And we'll see what happens after that. Alright, so let's move on. Alright, so last night wasn't that bad coming out of Deadline. Alright, so we open up the show with a long as fuck recap of Deadline. Then we go back inside the Capitol Wrestling Center, and we start off with the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge winner, my girl from Japan, the hot Italian and Japanese. Oh, that's a great combo. And that's Julia coming out looking amazing. And she's a good singer, too. She is a great singer. She put up something on her, somebody put up on Twitter that she sang Last Christmas, the original version, the good version by Wham! And she was singing it, and she sings pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Unlike the Backstreet Boys who butchered that song during the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree lighting. That's why I turned it off. I was like, fuck this. And then my good friend Anthony Vincent put out Last Christmas in the style of Slipknot. Ho ho. Everything is better with metal. Any song, any Christmas song or any pop song sounds way better in metal. I'm telling you right now. You don't believe me? Go look around on YouTube. There's so many metal songs that are covers of different pop songs, like Baby One More Time by Ozzy. Well, Ozzy didn't do it, but, But, Children of Bottom did it on one of their albums. Sounds great, by the way. Rest in peace, Alexei. I miss you, man. But I digress. But yeah, there's a lot of metal pop songs metal bands that cover pop songs and make them sound way better. And Christmas songs. That's why we have 7 million fucking Christmas albums made by metal bands. Like, Judas Priest did one. Lemmy. The Foo Fighters. Just saying. Among others. So you think metal can't do Christmas songs? Mm-hmm. Good songs, too. Like, Lemmy did Run Run Rudolph with the Foo Fighters. I have the album, too. Run, run, Rudolph, run away, gonna warp my face. Took a jack of coke, oh yeah, tailbait. Okay. And Lemmy's birthday's coming up, right? On my birthday. Me and Lemmy are like... Lemmy... We don't drink the same thing, you drink Jack and Coke, and I drink Pepsi and Jack, I'm sorry. But sometimes I'll have a Jack and Coke for you, boy. You gotta drink the Jack and Coke again, okay? Look out with your Coke out. I know. I do that every night. Especially with Rosa. But I digress on that. But yeah, Lemmy's birthday's coming up, same fucking day as me. I'm gifted. I'm blessed, too, and I share the same birthday with Jesus Christ the Lord. We're all born on the same fucking night. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. So I get a 2 for a price of 1. But it's coming up pretty damn soon. Can't wait for that. Alright, so Julia comes out, and fans are like, you deserve it. Her second shot at Roxy and her NXT Women's title at New Year's Evil. So Julia's like, I promise to win the title. And then, for all people, guess who comes out? Roxy, looking great as always. And she comes out and suggests that Julia was the weakest entrant. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. That was a great show back in the day. But anyway, not the remake. The remake is with that bitch from Glee. Ugh. But I digress. So calls Julia the weakest entrant in the Iron Survivor Challenge match. And she says, well, the women's division is great. None of them are at my level, including you, Julia. So Julia's like, enough talk. We fight now. Then we got sushi. No, not yet for the sushi. That's later. Anyway, so Julia wants to fight, and then Corey Jade comes in from behind with her baseball bat with a stick, smacks Julia right in the back, and then she holds up Julia, and then I think Roxy says, it's like, oh, you want to fight? Well, you can't fight. Look at this. And then we see on the Tron that Stephanie Vacour, Julia's best friend, got taken out by an unknown assailant. I wonder who that could be. Are we gonna go the Eddie Thorpe route? We don't know who it is! So, Stephanie can't come out to save her, but we all know who did it. Corey, Jade, and Roxy. Blah, 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 blah. So, Julia tries to fight, and then her other best friend, the former Women's North American Champion, Kaylani Jordan, comes in for the save, and guess what? Teddy Long comes down and says, we got a tag team match, player, and if you don't like it, you're gonna go one-on-one with The Undertaker! No, they're not gonna go one-on-one with The Undertaker. But, he's taken and spoken for by Michelle McCool. God damn, Michelle McCool. I mean, how'd you land that? I mean, well, really, Mark Callis, not Mark, but, you know. How did Mark Callis get with Michelle McCool? I don't even... he's a lucky guy, and she's lucky. 2 kids, I think, with him, too. Good God. He put the darkness inside her. But he's the GOAT of the modern era. The Undertaker, not Roman, not Cena, I'm sorry. Just my opinion. I know I'm gonna get castrated for that. Not castrated. That would be weird, too. I'm gonna get crucified for saying that, you know. Everybody's like, oh, you like Roman! You act like Roman! No, I don't, actually. If I say I'm a tribal god, I'm a tribal god of extreme. It's pretty evident. I know more about music than you do, so fuck you. And I'm more extreme than you are, too, so... Just saying. But yeah, Taker is the GOAT of all GOATs of the modern era. Hogan is the GOAT of all GOATs of all time. That's just my opinion. And my opinion matters way more than yours. But I digress. Alright, so we got a tag team match in the main event with Kaylani and Julia taking on Corey Jade and Roxy in matching tights. Alright, so we got that. Alright, after that, we go to what Ethan Page, Ego, said after the show, saying that, you know, I don't have it anymore. He looks like he was about to quit NXT or quit WWE for good. And then, like, 3 people were in the back. Anybody know that? I mean, we saw that, but we didn't know who the fuck they were. We still don't even know. I think it's Gallus, but I guess we'll never know. Anyway, so then we see Ethan Page on the couch. They're in some type of room with pretty much everybody, all the men on the men's roster they're watching on. So then we see my Guz. Hey! Guz, hey! Come here, my Guz. Come here. Hey, paisa. My cousin. He's my legit cousin. I know he's from Chicago, but he's my cousin. Tony D'Angelo, the North American champion. He gets me a Chicken Palm Hero for $2. Yes, you fat boy. You get it for $9.50. With tax. Alright, so Tony D, he's there with Stax Lorenzo, and the man who lives downstairs from you, Luca Crucifino. I think Rizzo is there somewhere. So they're there, and he goes up to Ethan, or, you know, kind of, he's like, I feel sorry for you, man. you used to be NXT champion. He's like, but, I'm a Don. I'm a Don. I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna give you a shot at my North American title. So Ethan Page's like, no, I don't want your title. I think that's a downgrade. What? He gives you a title shot and you say that's a downgrade? Ethan say it ain't so. So Tony's like, alright, fuck you, I'm gonna give you a title shot. Anybody want a title shot? You want some coffee? I got some coffee here! So everybody's like, oh, title shot! Me too, title shot! And then Ethan gets up and is like, oh, no, I want the title shot now! I want it now! I want it tonight! So Tony's like, okay, I'll see you out there. So we got an impromptu North American title match between my cousin Tony D and Ethan Page. So I'm like, I was thinking at the time, I was like, cuz, that might not be the right idea. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. Well, we'll see. Alright, so I get that 2.5 out of 5 stars. The women's segment, I gave 3 out of 5 stars. We move on. Alright, then we go further in the back. We have Lexis King, Brian Pillman Jr., talking to Mr. Legal's son, Charlie Dempsey, the Heritage Cup champion. And he's like, hey, I want another shot at the Heritage Cup. So, Mr. Eagle's son says, I'll think about that, but I'll talk to you later about that. So he goes to leave. Well, actually, Lexis King goes to leave, and then the rest of Catchpoint 3.1 come in. Miles Dohom, Ozzy Osbourne, Tavion Heights, and my girl Maddie Rankowski, they all come in, and Mr. Eagle's son praises them, for their efforts at Deadline. I mean, Miles and Tavion came this close to winning the tag team titles. Maddie, not a bad effort, but a pretty decent performance in the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge match. Hey, she got a surprising win near the end of that match. Could have won the match, but, it wasn't for Julia, but I digress. Alright, so he praises them, and then OTM, Lucius Price and Bronco Nemo, the Boricua Gangsters, they come in and they start yelling at, pretty much the entire group. It's like, oh, you guys suck, this and that. So I'm like, I guess we're gonna get a tag team match out of that, are we? Well, didn't get it last night. But we'll see what happens with that situation. We move on. Alright, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, finally we get to a match. A pretty damn good match it was. 2 bouncy guys. We got Wesley and the young OG himself, Javon Evans. Bouncy, 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 that's what he is the best. Pretty much. Alright, so they slug it out to start. Wesley hammers Javon down on the ropes, and then gets sent to the floor for a big flippy dippity-doo. As always. And then we go back in. Wesley drop kicks him out of mid-air, and then sends things back to the outside. And then Wesley throws Javon into the barricade. Ow! But Javon says, puny barricade. Sets up another flippy dippity-doo, takes Wesley out. But then Wesley is smart enough to go after that bad knee of Javon's, which kind of was in play at the Iron Survivor Challenge match. He hits a flippy dippity-doo of his own, so we got lots of flippy dippity-doos. Lucha Libre! As Nick Jackson would say, not Matt. By the way, these guys. The Young Bucks! They're coming back on January the 5th to fight for the vacant IWGP tag team titles. They've held them so many times I lost count. Are they going to win it again? Well, they're not facing the great Okan and Hanari because Hanari got hurt, so they had to vacate the belts, and now the Bucks are taking on 2 guys from Japan. Basically, I forgot who, but they should win that. I think they're gonna stay in Japan for a little bit, but eventually come back and save AEW from Moxley's reign of terror. They'll probably be back by Revolution. Or maybe, if they go further than that, they may come back by, I say, Double or Nothing. But don't know with the Bucks. But we do know that Okada's title reign is about to end in 2 weeks. So, the Elite are beltless, but a guy named Kenny by God Omega. Well, he was in the Elite, but he might be coming back to AEW soon. He's got a big fight on his hands against Gabriel Kidd, who's got a match coming up this weekend, I believe, at the New Japan Strong Show, where Mercedes will be taking on, what's her name? Hazuki for the New Japan Strong Women's title. Gabe Kidd is taking on somebody. I forgot who. The Kester and Jack Perry, of all people, teaming up in a tag team match. Should be interesting. Claudio, I think, is on the show. Gonna be a good show. I think it's this weekend. So, you love New Japan Pro Wrestling? Watch it on pay-per-view. Or NewJapanWorld.com, or wherever you watch it from. I'm gonna watch it for free, so I don't give a shit. But it should be some good shit. Moving along. Alright, so we come back from break. Javon hits a super kick, then a spin kick to head, and then he hits a top rope clothesline on Wesley for a near fall, as Wesley grabs Stefan, the referee, I think his name is Stefan, and he blocks him off a sunset flip, and Stefan's like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?" And then Wesley snaps off a Hurricane Rana, and then charges right into a standing Spanish fly. Oh, Joel Maximo is just loving it. The master, well, one of the masters and his brother Jose, the Maximo brothers, the SATs. The SAT, if you know what they are. Not the Spanish announce team from Ring of Honor. The other one that was in TNA for a little bit. And in Ring of Honor, too. But they are the masters of the Spanish Fly. And I digress. So, Javon hits that. Then he hits the Pearl River Plunge. Haven't seen that move in a while. That gets another near fall. And then Wesley comes back with a wicked tornado DDT. And both men are down. Fans going nuts. They get back up. Javon kicks Wesley down again. And then he goes up to the top and he's like, he goes up and then he kicks Wesley down and he just looks at him like, what are you doing? And even the commentator's like, "Get up there, what are you doing?" So anyway, he hits that spinning tornado splash. 1, 2, 3, Javon Evans gets the win, so the finish was kind of like botchy, I think. Somebody fucked up that. Forgot the spot, I don't know. But anyway, Javon gets the win over Wesley in under 12 and a half minutes. What are you going to do? And then Wesley is like, "Oh my god." He was mad. So I don't know if there was a botch at the end of the match. I don't know. But it seemed like it. And we move on. But good match though. 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to a segment with Fraxium, the tag team champions, still going crazy with each other. We see Ben Frazier with his messed up nose, and he just looks like he got into a car wreck. Pretty much fucked him up, but I digress. And A-Kid, so A-Kid and Ben Frazier packs things up again. This is probably the weirdest tag team I've ever seen in my life. They hate each other. We love each other. I hate you. I love you. I hate you. I love you. We're good friends. No, we're not. I want to fight twice in the same night. Fuck you. Okay, well, I'll do it. Wait. What's going on here? So they're back together again. And Ben Frazier wants to make things right again. So A-Kid, after A-Kid did pretty much all the work at Deadline. Oh, it gets worse, guys. It gets worse. With what's happening to them next week. Oh. Anyway, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we get a pretty damn good video for Josh Briggs. We see his work in Pro Wrestling Noah, where he fought his now tag team partner, Yoshiki Inamura! Oh, I love that guy. Oh, Inamura, legend of Japan, one of the legends of Japan. As we all know, like Terry Funk would say, Terry, Terry? Oh, I'm sorry to wake you. Terry, can you say your line, please? Okay, Mr. Gilmore, I'll say it. I was a hardcore legend in Japan. Japan, #1. Forever! And ever! Forever! Okay, that's enough, Terry. That's enough. And ever! Terry? Don't make me get him! Cactus! Oh, no. I told you not to wake him. Terry, what do you want? Terry, I'm eating Doritos, Terry. Cactus, I told you stop eating those Doritos. They're gonna make you fat and stupid. But Terry, they're very tasty. Cactus, you fucking idiot. I told you stop eating those Doritos. But Terry, shut up, Cactus. Mikey, tell him that they're very tasty. Mikey. Terry, okay. See what you start, Terry? You need to stop that with Cactus. I mean, come on now. I don't even eat that much Doritos. I mean, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but, you know. Because you're a fat fuck too, Gilmore. Shut up, Terry! I'm not fat, my dick is, but, you know, stop it. Don't tell me to shut up! Okay. It is what it is, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He comes, he just does what he wants. I'm sorry. Did somebody call me? No, Mike, we didn't call you. What's the matter, Mr. Joseph? What's the matter? I don't see you. Really pissed off tonight. You know, I care about you. You know. I know. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. It's just Terry, you know, pissing me off about Doritos. You know, Terry, you need to stop with that, man. Let me come up there. Well, I mean, I'm up here, but let me come over to your house and kick your ass, put you to a flaming table. You aren't gonna do that, Mr. Awesome. I'll kick your ass. You ain't gonna do shit. Okay, guys, stop it, please. But thank you, Mike, for your concern. No, I'm sorry, Mr. Joseph. I know. I care about you, my best friend. I know. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Get out of here, please. You know, thank you. Oh, I'll let you. Okay. Say goodbye. Bye! Okay. I'm telling you, if you don't like my impressions, don't just fast forward. Because you can't do anything better than me anyway, so. Fuck you, man. Moving on. Alright, so see, that segment with Josh Briggs and Inamura, who's there with him as his tag team partner, maybe going after those tag team belts. So they both like the hard-hitting style of New Japan Pro Wrestling. That, you know, that type of style. Like what, you know what Nakamura does. Strong style. Look at that. I thought that was a pretty good segment. Showcasing Pro Wrestling Noah a little bit. That might be a partnership. Hey, bring some guys over from Pro Wrestling Noah. Why not? I mean, you have sort of, I don't know if it's still happening though, you sort of have a partnership with TNA. I don't know if that's still going or whatever happened to it. Haven't seen anybody from TNA lately on the show. Maybe that was just a short-lived partnership. I don't know. So move on. Yeah. Moving on. Alright, so I get that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the back. Well, we go to the medic area. Medic! We see, I think it was Sarah Schreiber outside the medic's office. And we see Kaylani Jordan and Julia come out. And Sarah's trying to get an update on Stephanie Vercor. And man, Julia was pissed. She is one pissed off Japanese chick. And Italian too. And you want to piss off both of them. Holy shit. You pissed off an Italian, forget it, you're done. Certain people that watch my videos, you know. But you failed already, so I digress. Moving on. Alright, so they're outside. Julia's pissed about her best friend Stephanie getting attacked. So Kaylani, she's talking in Japanese, obviously, and seems like Kaylani understood all that. And she's like, oh, what she meant to say was that we promise vengeance and violence in the main event. So we got that. Alright, so I get that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Moving on. And then we transition to the women's locker room, where we see the resident surfer girl, Sol Ruka, surprisingly with Delta. Hey, what are you guys looking at? I'm interested. So, Sol Ruka and Delta are looking on. They light the Iron Survivor Challenge. They talk about it, and Sol's like, I wish I didn't get pinned like 30 seconds before, you know. And Delta's like, that's the style I like. This is why I came here. I like that. I love the match, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know if they were teasing. Maybe they would team up, or they might fight each other. I don't know. But anyway, the lovely ladies of Metaphor, Jakara, Miss Jackson if you're nasty, oh, that lollipop. By the way, happy birthday. I think it was today or yesterday there, Jakara Jackson. 30 years old. Very nice. Very nice. But yeah, I actually tweeted to Jakara. I was like, hey, where'd you get that lollipop from? Is that on sale? I want one of those things. She had a lollipop in her mouth, and she like hit a, and it just popped open like a freaking flower. So, you know, her lollipop. I want one of those. I want one of those lollipops. Used and unused. But I digress on that. So she's there with her tag team partner, Lash Legend. Get shit done. So they're there. My ebony hotties still want to be that cream in their Oreo cookie. Scrumptious. I'm sorry, Trick. Trick can lay a tricky whooping on Lash, but I'm gonna lay a Gilmore cutter. I'm gonna lay a giant-sized Gilmore cutter in Lash's pussy if she gets out of line with me. In bed, I mean. It is what it is. Speaking of tricky whoopings, that's what I do to Rosa every night. But I digress. Moving on. Alright, so they come in, and, they come in and say, hey, if we were involved in the Iron Survivor match, we would have won, but they picked you people. And then they start trash talking, and we got a tag team match made out of that next week. So, you know what that means? Delta and Sol Ruka are probably going to win that match. Which I don't mind, but so we'll see what happens with that next week. Alright, I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, back to the Capitol Wrestling Center we go with, speaking of tag team match, we'll go to the men's tag team division. We have Hank and Tank, and taking on the rookies, Tyreek Igve and Tyson DuPont. Big fat guys. This match was kind of boring. Almost 5.5 minutes. Booker T going nuts after Igve gets dropped with a double standing splash. And then Booker T's like, shucky ducky, quack quack. Okay. Anyway, more fighting happens, and near the end, Hank gets the hot tag with a spinning abyss black hole slam to the punt, and then they finish him off with a power slam neckbreaker combo, and they get the win. So it is what it is. So Hank and Tank kind of inching their way up that tag team division. Not that I give two fucks, but like this match, didn't really give two fucks. 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And then after the match, they look for the code of honor, and DuPont's like, fuck you. That's not honorable. So no code of honor for you people. You hate to see that. Alright, so we got that. Alright, after that, we go to break. We come back with the big man from Wakanda. Oba! Who? Femi. Looking great. Nice little shirt, dude. I wonder where he got that shirt from. Let me think. Oh, that's right, the Men's Warehouse. It was just our sponsor. when you go to the Men's Warehouse, you can look as good as Oba in that nice little shirt. And you can pick out suits like Seth Rollins has and good stuff that I get too. For a reasonable price. But when you go to the Men's Warehouse, you want to look good for your lady. I know it's Christmas time and New Year's Eve and everybody gets drunk. And has like good old fashioned drunk sex. Which is as always the best sex in the world. So, you want to look good for that New Year's Eve? Then go to the Men's Warehouse. Pick out a nice suit. Tell them Peter Gilmore sent you. And maybe, just maybe, you like the way you look. I can't guarantee that though. For some of you, even if you get things from the Men's Warehouse, you still look like shit. Because some of you need a makeover badly. Some of you smoke that weed and smoke the meth. Holy shit. Peter, Gilmore, your freaking teeth all messed up. I still look good. No wonder your mom and your girlfriends are still in my DMs. Because they can't get enough of the milk. They can't get off my gigantic cock. I mean, come on. It's a fact. And if you don't like it, cry about it. Like Mommy said, cry about it! And yes, Mommy Rhea Ripley is now in the prophecy. So is John Moxley in a way, but not so much. But Mommy, yes. Mommy loves us. We love Mommy. Mommy Rhea Ripley and her godforsaken theme song. You gotta love it. I mean, you have to like Rhea Ripley. She likes two of my favorite bands, Motionless in White and New Year's Day. And I met both the lead singers. How great is that? I met Chris Motionless, a great guy, not once, but twice. And I met Ash Costello, not once, not twice, but 4 times. And each time, just amazing. She loves me. If she wasn't with her guy right now, married right now, she'd be with me. Don't we make a good couple? Yeah, you think? I always bring that picture up. It says, yes, we do make a good couple. Wash. Ash. She remembers my name, too, so. Last couple times I saw her, so. I mean, when they did that acoustic show, she recognized me. She's like, hey! Give me a big old huggy and a smoochie. Something you virgins will never get. She's my sweetheart. I love her to death. Like my metal sister, whose birthday's coming up pretty soon. Actually, in a couple of days, actually. Maria Brank of the mighty Indus Moments. Lots of birthdays in this month with good people, because as I've said for years, December is the greatest month in the world with the greatest people in the world that celebrate birthdays. Me, Maria, Lemmy, Chris Howard from In This Moment as well has a birthday coming up. Jesus Christ the Lord. I know Ryan Seacrest, but fuck him. Seacrest, get out! Ozzy's birthday was 8 days ago. That's my metal dad. That's Ozzy. I love Peter Gilmore like a son, by goddammit. Sean! And how many times have I met Ozzy? I can't count. I can't. I will do this forever. Not photoshopped. Not photoshopped. It's just called being at the right place at the right time. And being Mr. VIP too. And doing my job. Well, the first picture I wasn't at my job. That was in my college days. At the Prince of Darkness box set thingy. Remember when Tower Records was still around? I went to that. Stood outside. Freaking almost, not all day, but I got there at 3 o'clock. I think this thing started at 6, 7 o'clock at night, of course. And I'm hanging out. I had to step off a couple times to go pee. But it was a great time again in there. We saw Ozzy in the store. We saw Sharon and Melinda was there, the nanny at the time, because it was around the time where the Osbournes hit TV show was still kicking ass. And I get in there because I had to buy the album, of course, and get the wristband, even though I shouldn't even need it to, because it's so good. But I had to buy the thing, so I get in there. My friend who was with me goes up to Ozzy and just completely looks like a jerk. Then he steps off to the side. I go up to Ozzy. Ozzy knew me like right away. I was like, Dad! I mean, Oz! So, took that picture. And I don't think I have this shirt anymore. I think I do have the shirt. The Oz Bless America shirt. I don't know if I have it anymore in my house, but I think somewhere maybe. But in any case, took the picture. I shook his hand and said, thank you, for your great music and all that shit. And then, as I'm leaving to go around to the outside, I get stopped by Sharon. True story. Sharon goes up to me, because she knew me for a couple times at Ozfest. She says, Mr. Peter, please marry my daughter. And I'm like, your daughter's a little bit young for me. Don't. But because she was a little bit young for me. Kelly's around like 16, 17 around that time. It was 2002, around the 2002 era. She was around 16, 18. I could have done something with 18, but 16, but still, I would have done it at 16 anyway. I don't give a shit. She was 17. She's only 17, but she's 33. Okay. But yeah, Sharon wanted me to marry Kelly. I don't know if it was a joke. I mean, I saw Kelly a couple years after that at Madison Square Garden backstage. When Ozzy was opening up, well, not even open, he was headlining with Rob Zombie and the Mighty In This Moment on their first tour. Not the first tour, but first major tour. 2007 actually. And I go backstage and out of the blue, I just see Kelly. Kelly gives me a big smoochie. And I'm like, let me ask you something, Kelly. Now, you don't have to say yes, you don't have to say no. Your mom wants me to marry you. She started cracking up. He says, and I go, I don't know if she was mental or she was actually being real with that. So Kelly's like, why not? I was like, what? This is way before I met Rosa, by the way. So she's like, yeah, why not? And I'm like, are you serious? But she was playing a joke. Damn. I could have been Kelly Osbourne's husband by now. Or way before Sid from Slipknot impregnated her, you bastard! But she has such a cutie patootie baby right now, Sydney Jr. Damn. It could have been me. I could have put that sperm into her. Oh, forget it. I would have been like, forget it. But as we all know, I am the adopted Osbourne. That Peter Joseph, I love him like a son, goddammit, shut up! And yes, I have been to that house that we all saw on the Osbournes back in the 2000s on MTV. And the one in Malibu, too. Which isn't so great, but that house is fun. That was funny. Ozzy going down to the beach, trying to make a bonfire for Sharon. And then the ocean's all messing him up. You blasted ocean! Calm down, Ozzy. Calm down. No! You blasted ocean! And yes, those neighbors that he used to have. Where he threw the ham into the freaking thing. This is a picture of his wife's ass. He throws the ham. Also, you're going away from manslaughter. He throws the ham into the fucking. He threw the ham into the house, and then the cops come. We're very religious people. We go to church every Sunday. God damn, that show was funny. I have every season too. Even though they didn't make season 3 and 4 on DVD because Sharon fucked that up. But I have season 1, season 2, season 2 and a half. I actually have one. I used to have one of the dolls, but the battery quit. But I mean, it is what it is. I have the Osbourne's Christmas album with Kelly singing on that, and I was actually at that fucking thing, the recording of that. I'm such a great guy. Why don't you show it? Why don't you go look for it? You'll see me there somewhere. But yeah. Alright, so moving on. Alright, so Oba comes out, because I'm going to finish this up before Dynamite comes up. We're about 20 minutes away from Dynamite. So anyway, Oba comes out, and he brags about winning the Iron Survivor Challenge. He's the new number 1 contender for Trick Willie and his NXT World Title. So on cue, Trick Willie comes out. He's about to whoop that Trick. What? Whoop that Trick. Oh yeah. Whoop that Trick. I like it. Whoop that Trick. Oh yeah. Okay, calm down. So he comes out. So he goes up to Oba and says, "You know what, Oba? Me and you, we haven't crossed paths yet." So they're about to talk even more, and then, of all people, DJ Nightwolf comes out, gets in the ring, cuts Trick off, says, "My people have been through enough." What do you mean, you people? What people? I mean, who are you people there, Eddie Dorp? Are you like William Udy? You only have like one friend? Come on now. Anyway, so it says, "My people have been through enough," and it says, "Oba took him out last week." Well, that was the original thought. Well, it could have been anybody else. I thought it was actually Hikuleo and Lance Anoy from, because of The Rock and Ava Raine, Rock's daughter. So anyway, Oba says, "What are you talking about? I never did that." He's like, he flat out denied it. He's like, "I didn't beat you up, you fucking idiot." And then Trick says, "You know what? It's time for me and you, Oba, to dance in Los Angeles for the NXT World Title." That's actually official. So Oba says Trick is only the number 1 guy around here because I allowed it. And while you were off hanging with Mello, making a name for yourself, I was the longest reigning North American champion in history, but I allowed you this to happen. So we can get to this very day where I'm going to take your belt and the Trick Willie era is going to end. Big words. So Oba leaves. I thought that was going to knock out DJ Nightwolf, but he didn't do that. So anyway, as he goes to leave, and then Eddie stays in the ring, tells Trick, says Trick didn't do anything about Oba attacking him. Then he accuses Trick of being a manufactured sports entertainer. I don't know if that was a shoot, but damn. Anyway, and then Trick's like, "I'm sick of you. I'm sick of all the doubters who doubted me when I was hanging out with Mello, but look where I am now." So he's like, "You want a title shot? You got it next week." And he says, "Ava, make the match," which we see at the end of the show. We'll get to that in a minute. Alright, so Trick Willie defends against DJ Nightwolf next week, and I don't like There's no way DJ Nightwolf, of all people, is gonna beat Trick Willie to become the new champ. You know, if that happens, Oboe's gonna be like, this is gonna be easy. Too easy, Drill Sergeant! Too easy! That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so 3 out of 5 stars for that. Moving on. Alright, then we go to the back where we see the lovely ladies of Fatal Influence, Casey Jane. God damn. You know, her boyfriend is black. She must love that BBC. But she couldn't get with a really good Italian D. Just saying, JC, you know. Anyway, she's there with the Women's North American Champion, Fallon Don't Call Me, to the Dawn Henley, and another one of my girls, Jasmine Nix. Scrumptious. So they're there. They're kind of worried about Gigi Dolan, who came back last week, and pretty much, you know, got the win, and then Tatum Paxley helps out. Blah 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 blah. So we're gonna get Jasmine and JC taking on Gigi and Tatum, the Psycho Twins. But before we get to that, we see Gigi and Tatum going to the ring. They run into Bookie Hogan 2.1, Izzy Dame. He's like, I want to run it back. I want a rematch. So they start arguing, and then Sean Spears, the Resident Virgin, Brooks Jensen, and the big man Nico Vance come in. And it's like, hey, we want them, no, we're not doing this now, we gotta protect each other, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the hell? And then, I think Sean Spears actually made an offer for Izzy Dame to join his group, but Izzy's like, I'm not interested. Yet! I think she said where she went out, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go prove myself to you, or something like that. But I wouldn't mind Izzy Dame being in that group, whatever they call themselves. But that's that. Alright, so I gave all that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Moving on. Alright, so now we go to that tag team match between JC Jane and Jasmine Nix, taking on Gigi and Tatum. 3 minutes! Did I say 3 minutes? Did somebody call 3 minutes? Did I say 3 minutes? Yeah, 3 minutes of boredom. Fallon Henley at ringside. She gets involved, jumps Tatum off the top rope, and then JC Jane hits the discus forearm, which she calls the what does she call that? It's a roaring elbow, but I think Vic Joseph called it the rolling in the deep, something like that. I'm like, why would you call a move after a hit song by Adele? Rolling in the deep. Okay, I'm not gonna sing that. I can't sing that high. That high. I can sing like Painkiller. You know. Good old Rob Halford. Gotta love the guy. Painkiller. Okay. Moving on. Alright, so Fatal Influence get the win. Match I didn't give 2 fucks about. 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, 3-on-2 beatdown on the Psycho Twins. And then I'm like, who's gonna help them now? But then we hear the music of Shotzi Blackheart get in the bullpen. She comes out. She's back from her horrific leg injury. She's back for the save. Clears out Fatal Influence. And I guess we're gonna get a 6-person tag now. But Shotzi coming back. The fans were like, yeah, Shotzi. I hope she brings back her tank. Get in the bullpen! Yeah, but Shotzi's back. Everybody's happy. That's good. That's good. You know, we need some more women in the NXT women's locker room. So Shotzi be there. That makes Scarlett Bordeaux a little bit happy too. Yeah. Not that she's in NXT, but you know she's good friends with Shotzi. So, moving on. But great to see Shotzi back after that horrific leg injury. Knocked her out for about a year. So, but she's back, and hopefully we see good things with Shotzi. Hopefully she'll stay around until Halloween Havoc. That's probably that's basically her show. Because she's evil. Like Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, among other people that are very evil. By the way, happy birthday to Danhausen's wife. She is smoking hot there, Danhausen. You know, Danhausen's very evil, very scary. Very evil. But damn, you got a hot smoking wife there, dude. Happy birthday to you. That's all I gotta say about that. Moving on. Alright, there we go to, once again, Fraxium. They're both trying to thank each other for, something. So, A-Kid says, I got you, Ben Fraser, a match with Obafemi next week because of what he did to you in that Iron Survivor Challenge match. That went well. And Ben Fraser's like, well, why'd you do that for? Well, I want you to get revenge on what he did to you in the Iron Survivor Challenge match. So I was like, well, why did you do that? Because I went to Ava, and we got a tag team title match next week. I forget against who. So A-Kid is not pleased, and then Ben Fraser says, I can't see your face. Okay. So they're fighting twice next. Well, one of them is fighting twice next. Well, basically they are fighting twice next week. Well, actually, well, no, I take that back. Ben Fraser is fighting twice next week. No. Sorry. A-Kid, I was right the first time. A-Kid is fighting twice, and Ben Fraser is going to get killed by Oba. Again. So I don't. I think we might get a tag title change next week. I don't know, but depends on who they face. I think they're facing Gallus. So, who knows? Which is probably one of the weirdest tag teams in WWE history as tag team champions. Shit. But so yeah, so Fraser can't see A-Kid's face. It kind of reminds me of that great hit song. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. The Weeknd. That's his actual name. Not his actual name, but that's his, his stage name. He was good when that song came out, and then he did that song with Ariana Grande. Then he had another hit song that just came out. He had what's it called? What's that song called? Blinding Lights. And he had that song with Ariana Grande. Love Me Better, which is an amazing song. Then he had a new song that came out. Then it was at the Super Bowl, which wasn't bad, but I don't even know who's doing the Super Bowl halftime show this year. Let me look that up. Well, we have time. Why not? Let me see if I can look it up on Google. Because they announced it. I don't know if they announced it yet. Super Bowl halftime show. Okay, we know it's going to be taking place. Who's performing at Super Bowl 59? Okay. So we got... okay. Super Bowl 59 slated for February 9th, 2025. That's a week after the Elimination Chamber and Vengeance Day for NXT and WWE. In New Orleans at the Superdome, will feature locally born stars John Batiste, Trombone Shorty, and Ladisi during... Oh, that's the pregame. Thank God it's not the... If that was the freaking halftime show, I think everybody would turn the fucking thing off. But we don't know who's going to perform yet. There was some rumors that Taylor Swift might perform. I pray not. But if Kansas City gets in, she would I'm gonna do the halftime show! And that'll get a lot of ratings. Not like last year's was, but... Actually, it's gonna be... Oh, God, it's this guy. Actually, it has been officially been announced the headline performer is Kendrick Lamar. Well, you know what that means? I'm not watching the halftime show. Fuck you, Kendrick Lamar. He was at the, a year or two ago with Dr. Drizzy, Eminem, 50 Cent, Snoop Diggity Dogg, and Mary J. Blige. And he sang, one song and nobody gave two fucks about it. Cookie. So yeah, Kendrick Lamar is gonna do the halftime show. I don't know who's singing America the Beautiful, the national anthem, it better be somebody good. But, man, the last few Super Bowl halftime shows have pretty much sucked, except for the one a couple years ago with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and Eminem and 50 Cent. That was good. And then Shakira and J-Lo, that was good. That was Kansas City Niners 1. That was good. That was a good halftime show. Beyonce did one, was alright. Rihanna at the halftime show was okay. She was half pregnant anyway, so. She's like almost, I don't know how many months pregnant she was, and then she's flying through the air. I'm like, ain't that a little bit dangerous? But we haven't had a rock group at the Super Bowl since they had Bruno Mars and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That was 2014, I think. We need some fucking metal / hard rock acts at the Super Bowl. Not this pop / mumble rap garbage like Kendrick Lamar is. He sucks so bad. Oh, but he's number 1 on the charts. He's garbage. I know he sings that song, and yeah, on A minor. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about that guy. Fuck him. Now, where did my notes go? But, yeah, so when the Super Bowl comes around, I am not watching the halftime show. I will click off for about 15 minutes, and then go take a dump, go do something, and then, hopefully by the time I'm done doing what I gotta do, the third quarter will be around. I'm like, is it over yet? I only came for the game and the commercials. I didn't come to see Kendrick Lamar bore me half to death for 15 fucking minutes. So if you like Kendrick Lamar, good for you, but he ain't shit compared to great rock bands like Kiss. Because they sold way more albums than him. And he's better than In This Moment. I'm a big fucking whoop there. Big fucking whoop. When was his last hit, actually? That A minor song? Come on. Come on. He's boring. Alright, moving on. Alright, that's that. Okay, now my notes are not going anywhere. Where are my notes? There we go. Okay, where was I? I'm trying to get find my place again. Alright, so we had, A-Kid and Fraxium. Well, they picked their poison, I guess. Ben Fisher will take on Oba one-on-one next week. And they gotta defend the tag team belts against Gallus next week. Oh, sucks to be them. It just sucks to be you! Well, that's that. Alright, we got a couple minutes before we get to Dynamite! What else? Is that a smash burger? No. Double queso cheeseburger from Sonic. Yeah. There's jalapenos on it and cheese and, good stuff, but I don't like jalapenos and anything. I like a good old-fashioned hamburger with, a cheeseburger with some bacon on it, no pickles, a little bit of diced onions, like the McDonald's kind of burger. Or, just get me a nice smash burger from Shake Shack. I'm just saying. I don't really like the Baconator at Wendy's. I heard, Rosa told me that Wendy's, some Wendy's, not around here, but I think down south, they're going to be closing down a lot of Wendy's. That's not good for you people down south who love that Wendy's. I guess Dave Thomas and his family is like, I don't want to do no more. I don't want to do in a restaurant business anymore. Oh well. So we got that. I'm tired. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long day. Been a really long day. It rained like crazy. Thank God I was off today and I had to go do a couple things. I had to go to my psychiatrist, I had to go to physical therapy, and then I was fortunate to get home before it started pouring. Now it's 55 degrees. It was 62 today, now it's 55. I'm gonna go down tonight. Gonna rain all fucking night, and then overnight it's gonna be windy as fuck. And tomorrow is supposed to be like 44 and drop the entire day. It is what it is. Alright, so AEW is live! Winter is Coming is live from Kansas City, Missouri. At some rinky-dink freaking arena. At the T-Mobile Center, I think. And we're going to start with the Death Riders. So, we're going to have Jon Moxley, Dwayne Shafir, and company coming out. Well, we don't have all of them. So, here comes the bastard Pac, or as I call him, the elf, from The Hobbit, basically. So, Moxley wearing a gray tank top, Dwayne Shafir in tow with the briefcase that holds his AEW World title, and William Utah, the man who has no friends, well, actually has one friend. This is his imaginary friend. Alright, so it's going to be Moxley and Pac teaming up for the first time, I believe, to take on Orange Cassidy and the Switchblade. Wait, what is Switchblade? Jay White in tag team action. Now we know Jay White and Orange Cassidy, along with the Hangman Adam Page, are gunning for Moxley and that AEW World title. Probably be not official yet, but looks like we're going to get a fatal four-way for the title at World's End with Moxley, Orange Cassidy, Jay White, and the Hangman. And then you got Christian lurking around to see who comes out of that. Maybe he cashes in. I think he might. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so we'll see how this match goes. So, once again, we're at the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City, Missouri. Yep! Right near St. Louis. We'll be in St. Louis for Collision this Saturday night. And also got Rampage on Friday. So, let's see how this match goes. Alright, let me finish this off, and then we'll get into, that. Alright, let me get my notes back into order. Here we go. Alright, so, where I left off with is, okay. So, once again, before I forget, AK will take on, yeah, AK is going to take on Obafemi. No, I mean, Ben Frazier is going to take on Obafemi. And A-Kid and Ben Frazier are going to defend the tag team titles, I believe, against Gallus. And both are not happy about it. I don't blame them. Alright, there we go to our next match for the North American title. My cousin, Tony D, taking on Old Ego, Ethan Page. Tony comes out with the lovely Adriana Rizzo. We have Channing Stacks, Lorenzo, and the man who lives downstairs from you. That's Luca Crucifino. My name is Luca. I live on the second floor. I live downstairs from you. So they come out. Ethan's by himself. Pretty decent match. A little over 8.5 minutes. Back and forth they went. They crash out to the floor in a heap. At one point, go to break, come back. Tony D hits a face buster into a jumping knee to face. But Ethan kicks Tony D right in the face. Then he kicks him out of the corner. Hits a twist of fate for an air fall. Ooh, I think the Hardy Boys might have something to say about that. Delete! Oh. Yeah. So, Ethan Page tries to go for the Ego's Edge. Ego's Edge, Chico. Something happened to this. Something happened to you, Chico. But Tony D gets out of that and then plants him with Forget About It. You know, That's Spleen Buster! 1, 2, 3, Tony D retains the belt, and nothing happens after that. I thought that we were going to see maybe Nico and Shawn Spears and Jensen come out, because they're kind of starting a feud between each other. I don't know what's going to happen with that yet. But it's good to see, my cousin retain the belt, and, Ethan Page, not so good out. And we see a segment where he leaves in the parking lot and says, I talk a big game, but I'm not all ego anymore. And, I think, somebody came out after, basically he's like, I'm all depressed, I'm not sure if I have it anymore, I'm not good enough anymore, I'm pretty much lost, I lost my smile. Like the Shawn Michaels thing, basically. So, we'll see what happens with that. There's rumors that Ethan Page might be going to the main roster. Other rumors saying that Josh Alexander, when his contract ends in the beginning of February, that he might be coming after Royal Rumble to be a surprise entrant, and then get with Ethan Page and reform the North. Yes, please. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the back, once again with Lexis King. This time he meets up with former CW broadcaster and former Los Angeles Chargers quarterback. Not a great one, but Ryan Leaf. And I know people are DMing me, I'm getting notifications. Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is that guy? And I'm like, that's Ryan Leaf. You don't know who Ryan Leaf is? No? Oh, he played for the Chargers. Anyway, so, Ryan Leaf does a promo. I'm surprised he actually does a promo. Basically, he praises Lexis King. He's pretty much says, I am impressed. Most impressive Skywalker. Palpatine. So, he's like, I'm impressed by you going to Minneapolis to close that chapter in your life. What chapter was that? I don't know. But anyway. And then, so he leaves, and then Mr. Eagle's son comes back in and says that, you know what, Lexis? You can have your Heritage Cup title shot in 2 weeks. But first, you have to get through a workout with me. So Lexis is like, oh, that works for me. I'm like, okay. Oh, he's gonna take you to school. I don't know if Lexis can withstand that, but we'll see what happens for that. So 3 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we go to a main event of the evening. Women's tag team match. Roxy and Cora Jade in matching tights, teaming up against Julia and Kaylani Jordan. Match was just under 11 minutes. I think it went a little bit too long, but it is what it is. So back and forth they went. Lots of near falls. Getting to the end. Kanani's top rope splash gets a near fall. A little Eddie Galero essay. Little RVD as well. She hits the frog splash, gets a near fall as Cora Jade made the save. And then Roxy dropkicks Kaylani. And then Julia causes the distraction, which leads to Kaylani hitting a spin wheel kick. And then Roxy hits pop rocks on the floor on Kaylani Jordan. Ow! And then in the ring, she gets in the ring, brawls with Julia. Little preview for New Year's Evil. And that let Cora Jade come in. And she hits that double arm DDT, almost like Cactus. Bang! Of course. So she hits that double arm DDT on Kaylani Jordan to get the pin for her team. So Cora Jade and Roxy get the win over Julia and Kaylani. And that's it. Match was decent, 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And then after the match, Roxy and Cora continued to beat down on Kaylani. I don't know if Julia was around, if Julia tried to come in. But they were still kind of getting beat down. And then Stephanie Ricoeur comes out of nowhere and jumps Cora Jade, breaks the baseball bat over her leg. Her leg, not Cora Jade's leg. And then runs her out of the arena. We got that. Christian Cage in the sky, and where is he? In the skybox with Kip Sabian, Nick Wayne, and Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on. Yeah. So he's still holding that broken little metal contract of his. So, he's lurking. Let's see what happens with that. Alright, so Stephanie McCourt and Corey Jade might be having a one-on-one match next week or whenever. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we go to the back. We see somebody signing a contract. We don't know who it is because the fucking CW11 feed here in New York cut to the CW11 news. Morons, we need to overrun Bailey. I don't fuck the news. It can wait 5 minutes. But anyway, so what we didn't see, and if you follow the WWE YouTube page or their Twitter page, we see DJ Nightwolf, like I mentioned earlier in the show, in this little review. DJ Nightwolf signs his contract to face Trick Willie next week for the NXT World Title. So he gives it to Ava. Ava says, you deserve it. And then, well, Eddie's almost like, damn right I deserve it. So Ava's like, well, we're still looking for who actually attacked you. So Eddie's like, I know who attacked me. It was me! It was me! Austin, it was me! Hold on, Austin! So you get one of those. So Ava's like, son of a bitch! So the DJ Nightwolf, well played, sir. Well played. Alright, so we got that, and that officially ends NXT. So, wasn't a bad show, wasn't a good show. It was like this. So, I gave NXT 6.5 out of 10 stars. And I thought it was a pretty decent show. But let me know what you guys thought of the show down below in the comments section. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, we're gonna watch the rest of Winter is Coming from AEW on Dynamite. And I'll see how this tag team match with Moxley and Pac against Jay White and Orange Cassidy goes. Moxley just knocked Jay White into the crowd and flips the birds to the crowd. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Rick Knox, today. How old is that guy? He's like 90? No, he's not 90, but he's, as Peanut would say, old as shit. But we got that. So happy birthday, Rick Knox, you fucking prick. But I digress. And anybody else who has a birthday today? Well, happy birthday to you. And that's pretty much it, because you're in a great month with great people who celebrate birthdays. That's it. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. I will be back later with your AEW review right here on the channel. Check out my little short I put up on my rant channel about... it was kind of crazy today on social media with Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Pretty much Meta just went down for about 5 hours. Not even 5. I think it was like 3.5, 4 hours because of a technical issue. No, it's just Sucker Borg can't fucking fix his fucking website. He can't do anything right, that fucking idiot. That's why Elon should take over for him. See how good he does with Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp. Not that I have WhatsApp and I don't want it. But, yeah, people couldn't get on Instagram. They logged in and they got logged right off. They couldn't post anything. They couldn't do anything on Facebook. It was chaos, and everybody's going to Twitter trying to find out what the fuck happened. And they don't even mention it on the fucking news. Oh yeah, but when AT&T went down and other cell phone companies went down that one day, oh, they put it on CNN. Oh, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon all went down today. And the only way you can make a call is if you use Wi-Fi calling. And then eventually it came back in about an hour. But fucking Facebook and Instagram went down for a couple hours. And it was really none of the news outlets would said anything. I'm like, come on now. Don't you use Facebook and Instagram? What if Google went down? Oh no, I can't find anything on Google. That's why I hate CNN and sometimes Fox News. They don't cover the good stuff. My lights just almost went out. Uh-oh. So, I gotta go before the power goes out because it's raining and winding crazy. So, hopefully I don't lose power for good. That would be bad. But, we move on. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'm Peter Joseph signing off. If you're not down with all that, well, I got 3 words for you. It's not those 3 words this time, but I do got 3 words for you. Cry about it! That's all I gotta say about that. Until next time, peace.